Isabella has gotten the first budget out of the way. Now she's on to the next one, the production budget. Now that she knows how many units the company plans to sell next period, Isabella can budget the number of units the company needs to produce. Wait, isn't that the same thing? Not necessarily. If the company only wants to produce exactly the number they plan to sell, then units sold and units produced would be the same. However, if the company had some units left over from last period that they didn't sell, they wouldn't need to make as much this period. Also, if the company wants to have some extra units left over at the end of the period, they would need to make more this period than the number they want to sell. Isabella checks, and the company did indeed have inventory left over from last year. They started the year with 3,000 units in inventory. For the first quarter, the company has budgeted sales of 12,000 units. If they already have 3,000 units in beginning inventory, that means they only need to make 9,000 units to meet the sales goal of 12,000 units for the first quarter. However, the company also wants to go ahead and make a percentage of the following quarter's budgeted sales units to have on hand before that quarter starts. That way, customers won't have to wait on production to get the products. The company wants to have 20% of the following quarter's budgeted sales left over in ending inventory at the end of the current quarter. For the first quarter, this means the company wants 7,200 units left in ending inventory at the end of the first quarter. This is 20% of the second quarter budgeted sales of 36,000 units. We need to add these units to our production budget for the first quarter. Therefore, we need a total of 16,200 units produced in the first quarter. Isabella is getting the hang of this. She continues on to compile the second quarter numbers. Budgeted sales for the second quarter are 36,000 units. If the company has 7,200 units in ending inventory for the first quarter, this means that they have 7,200 units in beginning inventory for the second quarter. They don't need to make these units in the second quarter as they're already made. Right now, the company is looking at producing 28,800 units in the second quarter. However, they do want to have extra left in ending inventory. They want 20% of the next quarter's budgeted sales. The third quarter has budgeted sales of 84,000 units. 20% of that is 16,800 units. We need to add these to our production numbers for the second quarter. Therefore, we have a total production budget of 45,600 units for the second quarter. Isabella continues her calculations and completes the remainder of the production budget for the third and fourth quarter and inputs the annual totals. Now she knows exactly how many units the company plans to produce the upcoming year. Units are good, but we also need to know how much these units will cost us. The next 3 budgets will detail the costs associated with these units the company plans to produce. So, stay tuned.